You leave with nothing, and as for the house, car, and savings, you won't get a cent.
Starlight competition will receive the chance to have the gold medal producer, Shadow, tailor-make a song for them.
Oh my god, that's the one who created countless viral songs, Shadow. Top singers in the country want to collaborate with Shadow and have to line up.
Being able to collaborate with Shadow in this life, I could die happy.
Too bad Shadow only works behind the scenes. No one has ever seen their face.
No one knows that I am Shadow. Even if I'm not in the spotlight, I, Evelyn, can still work behind the scenes and become a gold medal producer.
Samantha, you're finally back. Samantha, you're finally back. We missed you so much.
We'll accompany you to sign up for the Starlight competition. Are you happy?
Of course I'm happy.
Mum, why are you here? Mom, what are you doing here? Max is about to get out of school. You should go pick him up now.
I just stopped by to see the competition venue. There's something I've been hiding from you for a long time. Actually, I am.
Let's talk about this at home. You should leave here first. Go pick up Max from school. Go home and cook dinner.
Right, this isn't the place for you. Go back now. Toby is waiting for you to help with his homework.
Just hire a tutor for that. Mom also needs to pick up my Max from school, cook and do housework.
But tutors aren't free. Mom doesn't charge anything.
Only a mother would give everything regardless of the cost for her kids. Okay, then you all come home early. Arthur.
Arthur, you're here.
Samantha, Arthur's first love. Why is she back in the country?
Thanks for the flowers, Arthur. I love them. Did you just come to sign up with me?
You came all the way from Italy just to compete? Of course I got to witness you win the championship and become the pop queen.
Actually, I came back for you. I know the Sterling's record label has always survived on Shadow's copyrights. I'll give it my all to win the championship so you can meet Shadow and take your career to new heights.
I'm sure Samantha can do it.
Me too. I want Shadow's autograph too.
All right, don't pressure Samantha too much.
Hugging in public. Have you no shame?
What are you doing here?
What? Am I interrupting your meeting with your first love? And you too. Is Samantha your mom or am I?
Evelyn, have you gone crazy?
Samantha and I are completely innocent.
Arthur and I have known each other for over a decade. He just put his arm around me. Evelyn, you're overreacting.
If one day you two end up in bed together, is that completely innocent too?
You are being totally unreasonable.
Mom, cut the sarcasm. Samantha is a singer, and she came all the way back from Italy to compete and win the championship for Sterling. She's our benefactor.
Yeah. For this family, Dad goes through the hustle and bustle every day. You don't appreciate it, and you just badmouth him. Stop making a scene. Go home, cook, and take care of the kids.
And have you ever considered how hard I work? Do you really see me as your biological mother or just a maid who cooks and takes care of the kids?
You stay home and live a life of luxury. What's so hard about that?
That's right, Mom, that's harsh. What do you mean treated like a maid? We let you take care of the kids so you can enjoy.
The joy of having grandchildren.
Besides, apart from cooking and childcare, you're good for nothing.
Good for nothing. How can you be so sure I'm good for nothing? Have you ever really cared about me? Let me tell you, I can do more than Samantha.
Samantha officially graduated from the Italian Conservatory of Music after studying abroad. She knows bel canto and pop. She also speaks Italian. What can you do? Playing cards, cooking, square dancing, those are unpresentable, Evelyn. Don't you think you're being ridiculous?
So, in his eyes, these 20 years of my life have been a joke.
Are you done making a scene? If you're done, leave now. Isn't this embarrassing enough?
You think I'm embarrassing? What about you? Do you also think I'm embarrassing?
Look at yourself now, crying and throwing a fit. Isn't that embarrassing?
Arthur, maybe you should stay and calm Evelyn down. I can sign up on my own.
No need. She's just going through menopause. At her age, she's getting melodramatic.
She thinks I don't understand Italian, so she swears at me in a foreign language on purpose.
You've suffered having to deal with a woman like her every day. No wonder you don't like coming home.
Every time I come home, she nags non-stop. She picks a fight over trivial things every day, just like my sweetheart.
Menopause. Melodramatic. Arthur, who is this lunatic you keep talking about?
You, how do you know Italian?
Answer me. Who is this sweetheart you're talking about?
Enough, Evelyn. Let's argue at home. Don't think that because you watch TV and learned a few Italian phrases, you can throw a tantrum.
If this is making a scene, then I'll make a scene. Arthur, I've worked like a horse for the Sterlings for decades and all I get is a sweetheart? Is this how you honor the promise you made to me back then?
Mom, that's enough. Dad and Samantha are respectable public figures. Image matters, unlike you, who's just a housewife.
Fine. My wonderful children, since you look down on housewives, then don't expect me to serve you anymore. I won't take care of the kids, I won't cook, I won't clean. Go find someone else.
No, Toby is used to your cooking. He doesn't like other people's food.
Exactly. Finding someone else to take care of the kids, how could we feel at ease?
Can't you take care of them yourselves? Why are you guilt-tripping me?
We all have our own careers. You don't. And who's guilt-tripping you? You take care of the kids and we give you $3,000 a month in living expenses. In 20 years, have you ever worked a single day? Hasn't it been Dad giving you money to support you?
That $3,000 in living expenses, do I use it all for myself? The utility bills, the food expenses each month, and Max and Toby's toys and clothes all come out of that. Not only is $3,000 not enough, I have to put in extra allowance every month.
You're a housewife without a job. Where do you get the money to supplement? Isn't it still the money we give you?
Originally, I wanted to tell you something important, but now I don't want to say anything. Because you don't deserve it. Arthur, I want a divorce.
Divorce? Evelyn, you're 50. After the divorce, who'd want you? You don't even have a real job. If I weren't supporting you, you wouldn't be living this well.
Supporting me? Just because you feed me, I should be grateful to you? Should I just stand by and watch my husband flirt with other women?
Sending flowers is called flirting. In your eyes, between a man and a woman, does it have to be about that? Your heart is dirty, so everything looks dirty to you.
Is it my heart that's dirty, or are you guilty, Arthur? Since you can't forget your first love, why did you even bother me back then? Since you like shining stars, why did you make me give up my job at the art troupe?
Sorry, Evelyn. If I hadn't left the country back then, Arthur wouldn't have chosen you.
So Samantha's future. It's more important than mine, really?
Samantha is more talented than you and more capable, so of course she should pursue her career and dreams. And even if you joined the art troupe, you couldn't compare to Samantha, so it's better to stay home and be a good wife and mother.
Yeah, Mom. You need to recognize the gap between you and Samantha. Don't let being jealous make you think you can compete with Samantha.
At Samantha's age, she still has many fans and many admirers. Mom, at your age, you're already retired, and even if you look for a job, you'd be nothing but a waitress.
If it weren't for you kids,
Enough! Are you done? If you want a divorce, you leave with nothing, and as for the house, car, and savings, you won't get a cent.
I don't want any of it. Because anything from the Sterlings makes me sick.
You call it disgusting. But you're wearing a gold ring, which doesn't seem to bother you one bit.
I was blind back then. But from now on, you and I, Arthur, are through.
Arthur, aren't you going after her?
There's no point, since she has no money and no job, so as a middle-aged woman, where's she gonna go? In less than 3 days, she'll come crawling back.
Tell me she's way past her prime and still acting jealous. And if she can't help us, that's fine, but she's holding us back.
Unlike her, Samantha is even participating in the Starlight competition to fight for our family's chance to meet Shadow.
If Samantha were my mom, Miles,
I...
Evelyn just doesn't realize how important Shadow is to the Sterlings. But she's your mother after all, so ignorant and foolish as she is. You should be more understanding.
If she were half as sensible as you, I'd be happy.
What's this, fight with your husband? You're not getting any younger. So for the sake of your future, just put up with it, because marriage is about muddling through.
Marriage is happiness, and so is divorce. I've muddled through for 20 years, and I refuse to muddle through the rest of my life. Hello? I'm looking for Mr. Harrison.
I'm sorry, but without an appointment, you can't see Mr. Harrison.
I don't need an appointment because this is my ID badge.
You are Shadow. You are Shadow, the gold medal music producer who's dominated the viral songs in the music industry for the past decade. I was so blind not to see who you really are. I never imagined a legend like you could be so humble, and I was so rude earlier. Sorry. Let me take you to see Mr. Harrison.
When I was young, I should have been on stage enjoying the applause.
You, a housewife without even a job, where did you get the money to help out?
But for the family, I gave up everything. And all I got in return was indifference, contempt, and being taken for granted. This time, I'm going to find myself again and step back onto my rightful place. Start over. Mr. Harrison, at this Starlight competition, I want to take the stage.
Good, Evelyn. You've finally made up your mind. Because back then, if it weren't for Arthur and for that family, you would have been at the top of the music scene, a pop queen adored by millions. And Evelyn, your song won another award, as Shadow's reputation has already spread across the country, with countless wealthy and famous people all asking me about your identity, and some singers are willing to spend tens of millions for one of your songs.
Mr. Harrison, I hope you will continue to keep my true identity a secret, as I don't want the outside public opinion and haters to affect my family.
What about Arthur? How long are you going to hide it from him?
Arthur is a proud man, and I'm afraid if he finds out about my identity, he'll feel embarrassed. So I don't want to hurt his pride.
You're always so considerate of others, but what about yourself?
My family's happiness makes me happy. And I also don't want the outside obsessive fans and the media to disturb my family's life, as I just want a peaceful life. After 20 years of sacrificing my youth and dreams, giving them my all, not expecting gratitude, but never expecting to be met with cold stares and disdain. Because for some people, the more you give, the less satisfied they are, and when they give you a little, it feels like charity. Proving not everyone has a conscience, so from now on, I will live for myself. Taking back the song rights I previously authorized to the Sterlings, meaning my song copyrights, all of them, and from now on, I won't allow them to use my songs for any commercial performances.
Without your song copyrights, Sterling Company,
it will not only go bankrupt, but also have to pay a huge penalty, and might even go under, so are you sure you want to take back all the copyrights?
Yes.
I don't want takeout. I want Grandma's cooking.
When is Mom coming back? Forget Toby. I'm so sick of instant noodles.
Seriously, at her age, what's she playing at? Running away from home?
No way. Your mom has no diploma and no skills. She can't even get a decent job. Just wait until she runs out of money. We won't even have to ask. She'll come back on her own.
True. Right now, the most important thing is Samantha's competition.
Even though Sterling Group has been relying on Shadow's song royalties all these years, we've never even met her. Never. If Samantha can win first place at the Starlight competition, she'll get to work directly with Shadow. Then we can finally meet Shadow. Maybe we can deepen the partnership and take the Sterlings to the next level.
Evelyn, I brought a dress for you. Your first time on stage, I want you to wow everyone.
Thank you, Julian.
No, I should thank you. If you hadn't agreed to write a song for the champion, my Starlight competition wouldn't have gotten this much attention.
I've never sung in front of so many people. I don't know if I can do it.
Evelyn, you're too modest. Almost every hit song in the music scene these years came from you. Believe in yourself.
So, leaving wasn't that hard after all. Not being a maid. It feels great to find myself again.
Hey, isn't that Mr. Sterling's wife, Evelyn? Why is she with Julian? I should call Mr. Sterling.
Samantha sang so well, she's sure to win.
Bravo, as expected from Samantha. So steady. This song, Roses Blooming in Silence, was absolutely perfect. Flawless. I give it full marks.
Thank you.
As everyone knows, you've already made a name for yourself in the international music scene. Why choose to enter the Starlight competition?
Because I want to collaborate with my idol, Shadow. That's been my dream since I started in the industry. And I believe it's the dream of many musicians.
Mr. Sterling, I saw your wife with the Starlight competition organizer, Julian.
Why would Evelyn be with Julian? She wouldn't be causing trouble on purpose, trying to ruin my competition, would she?
Samantha, don't worry, my dad will have your back.
Evelyn. Dressed like that, coming to see Julian, what are you trying to do?
What I do is none of your business.
We're not even divorced yet, and you're already trying to cuckold me?
What do you take me for? I'm not as shameless as you.
You better not. Don't forget your place. There are so many reporters here. If someone sees and it gets out, any bad rumors affect Sterling's stock price or affect Samantha's competition, I won't let you off.
After all, you're still afraid of me holding back your future. Since that's the case, let's just get divorced.
Fine, you said it. Don't regret it.
Mom, at your age, still getting a divorce? After the divorce, where will you find someone better than Dad?
Exactly. I know you're jealous of Samantha, so you went to Julian to make a shady deal and stop Samantha from winning. But don't you think a man as powerful as Julian would be interested in someone like you?
Have your consciences been eaten by dogs?
Then why are you dressed like that backstage? What else could it be for?
Enough! For the sake of our marriage, take the divorce agreement and get out of here. Evelyn, I can tolerate everything else, but I will never allow any risk to stop me from seeing Shadow.
What if I told you that only through me can you see Shadow?
Evelyn, who do you think you are?
Mom, stop making a fool of us. Shadow is someone that countless VIPs can't even get a chance to see. What does that have to do with you?
I am.
Evelyn, Samantha has to compete. I don't have time for your craziness. You'd better get out now, or you're going to regret it.
If Samantha doesn't win the championship because of you, I'll never call you Mom again.
If you want someone to take care of you when you're old, Mom, you better watch your mouth.
If you see the Shadow you've been longing for is me, what pathetic faces would you make?
Audience, before we reveal the final results, we have a surprise to share with everyone. Today, Shadow will perform live for the first time.
No way! Shadow is coming out?
Oh my god, my goddess, she's finally showing up.
Evelyn, ready to go on stage?
Okay. Arthur, I never thought after 20 years of marriage, I would finally let go of you. I once believed every promise you made and thought you and the kids truly loved me. But no matter how deep the feelings are, they can't withstand one disappointment after another. Maybe becoming Shadow would make you love me again. But if I only deserve love when I have value, then that kind of love I'd rather not have.
This voice sounds so familiar.
That sounds like Mom's voice.
You must have misheard. How would Mom qualify to be on a stage like this?
If your mom had that talent, would she willingly stay home taking care of kids? Just wait. Within 3 days, she'll come crying and beg me to take her back.
"20 years I've waited. Finally, I get to see Shadow singing on stage."
She truly is my goddess. Not only does she write lyrics and compose, but her voice is also amazing.
It's pure heaven. Too bad she spent so many years only working behind the scenes, or she'd have been the pop queen long ago.
It's pure heaven.
I'm just like a dispensable shadow to you, coldly watching the way you lie. These lyrics nail a woman's pain and bitterness. Brilliant lyrics, truly brilliant.
This song combines lyrics, melody, and vocals, and it's simply perfect.
She spent years behind the scenes, otherwise she'd be the pop queen by now.
Evelyn, finally I get to hear you sing again.
Mom, it's really her. Could Mom really be that?
The gold medal composer Shadow?
No way. How could Evelyn be Shadow? She's got some nerve, daring to impersonate Shadow's name and sing on stage. She's a fake. Don't let her fool you, people. She's a total fake. Her name is Evelyn, my ex-husband's ex-wife, a nobody who's never even shown up in the music industry. How could she possibly be Shadow?
This is the Starlight competition. She actually dares to impersonate Shadow and get on stage, but the song she just sang, that's of hit song quality, no doubt. This...
Hey, look at this. Are these even a pianist's hands?
Let go of me.
These hands. No way they've been playing piano for years. Shadow's works demand exceptional musical skill, not something you master overnight. So how do you explain 30 years of silence?
To me, Shadow has always been like a goddess. How could she be some old lady just fussing over her husband and kids?
Evelyn? We've been married 30 years. Every day you do nothing but ask for grocery money and complain about household chores. When did you ever sing? Impersonating someone is against the law. Get off the stage, now.
Mom, haven't you made enough of a fool of yourself? Cameras are everywhere. If you're not embarrassed, we sure are.
Just get off. Do you have to humiliate the entire family until you're happy?
Everyone, think about it. If she really were Shadow, how could she keep it secret for 30 years? Her husband and kids knew nothing. Because she's a total fraud.
Because he said he would love me forever. How could I stand to make him feel guilty? So I chose to stay silent. For years, I stayed behind the scenes, pouring all my energy into taking care of my family. I thought my sacrifice would finally be recognized. I was so wrong.
Who are you kidding? 30 years, and not a single person has heard you sing. Who would believe such nonsense? Full of lies. Get out, now!
Mr. Hayes, should we help Ms. Evelyn?
Wait. I want Evelyn to see this family clearly and finally let go of Arthur for good.
Wait a minute. The melodic logic of that song just now and its composition style perfectly match Shadow's refined taste. It even has more vitality than her previous songs.
Shadow's work is the pinnacle of the music industry. How could a housewife have written something like that? She's just trying to steal the spotlight by riding on Shadow's fame.
Identity can be forged, but talent can't.
I don't buy it. Unless you can beat me. Do you dare? I won't accept defeat unless you can beat me. You got the guts?
Compete with you? In what? How about seducing men and wrecking someone else's home? Then I can't beat you at that.
You! I think you're just scared. Did everyone hear that? She's too scared to compete with me.
She won't even compete. Could she really be an imposter? Tricking us?
But that song just now really had Shadow's touch.
I'm just afraid you'll lose big time. Since you're so eager to put your face in my hand for a slap, then I won't hold back. What are we competing in?
We each pick one song of Shadow's to perform. The 4 judges decide the winner. You got the nerve?
If the song was written by Shadow herself and sung by her, naturally she won't lose to anyone. I agree.
Since there's a dispute about identity, let your skills speak.
One round decides it. Who goes first?
Of course I'll go first. This song was written by Shadow 20 years ago. I want to dedicate it to someone very important in my life. It's because of his support that I've come this far.
Samantha sings so well, our mom's definitely going to lose badly.
Why is she so full of herself to challenge Samantha?
She's singing my song, and with the male lead from my song, they're making eyes at each other. How ridiculous.
Goddess Samantha sings so well. Truly a loyal fan of Shadow, she performed this song perfectly.
Full marks for technique, but she got the emotion all wrong.
This song was written by Shadow 20 years ago and swept the Golden Melody Awards. It's her masterpiece. It carries the youth of countless people. You, a housewife who only listens to square dancing music, still want to impersonate Shadow? Do you even understand its meaning?
Since you understand so well, let me ask you, what's the story behind it?
The story behind it. It must be Shadow's longing for love in her heart, hoping to meet someone who loves and understands her.
Wrong. This song? I wrote for myself. 20 years ago, my husband was busy with social engagements. I endured back pain while washing his clothes and also had to take care of our 2 kids. But I told myself, turning joy into tears is a kind of courage. Even though I felt wronged, I had to take care of the family for him.
So that's what it means. These lyrics actually mean this. So that's what it is. These lyrics mean this. Everything fits. Such details can't be made up.
Anyone can make up a touching story to make people cry. Evelyn, if you have the guts, beat me with your talent. Otherwise, you'll always be a lying fake.
Evelyn, Samantha sang so well. The outcome of this match was decided long ago. Just come down. Stop your useless struggle.
Mom, please come down. My colleagues are watching the live stream. If you keep this up, we'll never be able to show our faces.
Ms. Evelyn, just give up. Music requires long-term systematic training, not something you can master overnight.
She actually knows this song. When Shadow wrote this song, she said the singer must have been through it all to truly sing the essence of this song.
She sang so well.
A voice so moving, and I've never heard it before.
If Shadow were to perform on stage, I believe she would sound just like this.
How could this happen?
How could this happen? I must not let Evelyn finish this song. But luckily I have a backup plan.
Line fault. Probably the old equipment got overloaded.
Looks like even fate is against you, Evelyn. She was lip-syncing. Without the backing track, she's busted. She's a total fake.
How could this happen? It must be Samantha again. She's up to her tricks.
Busted, aren't you? Evelyn, you fake, you lip-synced. Even heaven won't help you.
Evelyn, haven't you made enough of a scene? Do you have to let the whole world know that you're a fraud? Is that what you want?
Let go of me.
Mom, just come with us. Fine. You impersonated someone else, but now you're lip syncing too. It's so embarrassing.
Mom, this isn't your place. Why pretend to be an artist? Now you've been caught and you're dragging the whole family down.
These people don't deserve to be Evelyn's family. They don't even have basic trust in her.
She lip-synced. She played with my emotions. Get off the stage.
On stage, sincerity is what matters most. Lip syncing is disrespectful to the audience and to music itself.
I did not lip sync.
Shadow values originality above all. She would never do this. Fake, get off the stage.
Samantha, the more you try to make me give up, the more I'll prove myself in front of everyone.
That's my Evelyn. I knew it. She's not one to be defeated.
Without accompaniment, her voice is even clearer.
I'm actually crying. Her voice is so full of emotion. If you haven't been through the trials of life, you can't sing like that.
That was amazing. Ms. Evelyn's performance completely reshaped my understanding of this song.
I finally realized, through tears, that some people once missed are gone forever. Miss Evelyn's voice, combined with Shadow's lyrics, truly captures the essence.
The regret and release in this song, it's so moving.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This is what a great song is. It touches the softest part of the heart. Other than Shadow, I can't think of anyone with this kind of talent. I choose to believe you.
This depth of emotion can't be imitated by technique alone. I also vote for Evelyn.
While the a cappella was moving, from a professional standpoint, Samantha's work aligns more with market trends. I vote for Samantha.
I also vote for Samantha.
Well, the final vote count is a 2-2 tie.
So, the final voting result is a 2-2 tie.
What's this? But Ms. Evelyn has already proved herself with her singing skills. I want to believe her.
A tie. Evelyn, 2 judges on the panel think you sang worse than me. If you really are Shadow, the voting pattern shouldn't be like this.
Mom, haven't you caused enough trouble? How long are you going to keep embarrassing yourself? Come home with me now, do you hear me? Hurry up and go back with me. Stop making a spectacle of yourself.
Evelyn, you don't even care about the kid's reputation anymore. You've disappointed me.
I've already done enough for all of you. I'm not just a mother or a grandmother. I'm still me.
Mom, don't hold on to that name you don't deserve. Even if you don't think about us, at least think about Toby and Leo.
I just don't want to let myself down. I don't accept this result.
Listen, since you agreed to the competition, you should follow the rules. A tie is not a win. You still have no right to call yourself Shadow. You dare not accept this result?
I don't accept it.
Since it's a tie and you two dispute the result, how about another round? This time, all the audience will vote live. Surely there can't be any cheating now.
Fine, let's compete. Since you want to use a made-up story to gain sympathy, I'll make sure you've got no sob story left. This time, we compete in improvisation. The theme is given by the judges. The vote is decided by fans. Do you dare?
Bring it on.
I customized an AI composition earpiece. It can access the global hit song database and create fusions. Evelyn, what are you going to fight me with?
The competition theme is family bonds. Please both of you improvise around this theme.
I've already written it.
That fast? So fast, in just a few seconds you came up with the melody and lyrics. That's absolutely genius.
True fan of Shadow, that's for sure. Shadow has a worthy successor.
Samantha is so amazing. She can whip up a tune in no time. So talented.
Mom, Samantha is a professional. You should just give up already.
Perfect melody, perfect lyrics, everything is just so perfect.
This is what a real singer looks like, not something amateurs can match.
Samantha's song, the melody's dynamics are precise. It's hit song quality besides perfect. I can't think of a better word for it.
Truly perfect, but I still feel something's missing.
This song is a sure win. No need to waste time competing further.
I've already finished singing. You're not still trying to come up with something, are you?
Evelyn, stop embarrassing yourself here. Losing to Samantha's song isn't embarrassing.
Exactly. Your head is filled with recipes. How could you know anything about songwriting?
Mum, come on down. If you've got nothing, just give up.
What, still not ready? Are you going to make thousands of people wait for you here? A fake?
Come back with me now.
Mr. Sterling, mind your manners. This is a competition. We are already divorced. Judges, I'd like to continue the competition.
Dad just wants what's best for you.
I see you all are just protecting your own pride.
You can't create anything yourself, so you take it out on Arthur. How could he have an ex-wife like you?
The competition's theme is family. You've abandoned your own family. How can you possibly create a song about family?
Even if you force something out, it'll be shoddy work, because you just don't get family.
I don't understand family for 30 years. Every minute, every second, I've been giving everything for this family, burning myself out. But what did my family do? They treated me like trash that could be thrown away at any moment.
Mom,
You're right. Falling out with family is a wound in my heart that I can never forget, a pain that will never heal. All these years, every day, I'd get up before dawn, cook, do laundry, clean the house, day after day doing the same chores. I never slacked off, not even for a day. But my efforts were taken for granted by my family.
Which housewife doesn't do these things?
So housewives deserve to be looked down on. Since we're family, we should take care of each other. Not just take and take.
Evelyn, all these years, you've suffered so much.
Family is my life. But pain is the best nourishment for a creator. I'm ready.
Go backstage and keep watch. Make sure Evelyn finishes this song.
What's going on? The power is out.
The competition should be over.
What happened? Is it really going to end right here?
Whether you're Shadow or not, I want to hear you finish.
Sing. Win or lose. You have the right to stand on that stage. I miss my parents. They left this world. Now I'm all alone. What should I do?
I've never had a song move me so deeply. If this song was really written by her, she must be Shadow.
This is the best song I've ever heard in my life.
When the sun came out, Mom smiled. The dawn broke. What a tender heart and sensitive soul to write such lyrics.
The most important thing in music is truth. True emotion, true experience, true pain, true love. These things can't be practiced. They come from the heart. This song deserves a Hit Song Award.
Good. Evelyn, this song, I would call it the pearl of the Chinese music scene. I vote for you.
How could this happen? My song. How could it lose to her? There must be a shady deal.
Ms. Samantha, are you doubting us?
My song, whether in arrangement or lyrics, is absolutely not inferior to Evelyn's. Why? Give me an explanation.
Ms. Samantha, your song is a perfect piece of craftsmanship. Every vocal run follows music theory, but it has no soul. It's like an exquisite dummy.
And this Miss Evelyn, though her short-time creation,
has slight shortcomings.
It still possesses the power to move hearts.
Samantha, your song is perfect. The lyrics are gorgeous.
Both melody and skill are there, but it's missing the human touch.
This song, did you really write it?
Of course I wrote it. I can write an even better one right now. Damn it. 3-1.
3-2, you've already lost.
I don't accept it. You must have bribed the judges.
Do you think I would be as despicable as you? Since you don't accept it, then listen to the voices of the fans.
Evelyn, Pop Queen, Evelyn, Pop Queen.
If you let Evelyn win this competition, you won't get a single cent.
Don't be fooled by her. This song was not written by her at all. Evelyn plagiarized it. This is Shadow's manuscript from 10 years ago, and there's a melody on it that is exactly the same as what Evelyn just sang. Evelyn, you not only impersonated Shadow, you also stole her lifeblood.
That's right, the chorus melody is identical. Evelyn, what do you have to say for yourself, you thief?
What's going on? This song is plagiarism.
But if Miss Evelyn is actually Shadow using her own work, how can that be plagiarism?
Who can prove she's Shadow? Taking without asking is stealing.
Evelyn, I'm so disappointed in you. To win, you actually plagiarized someone else's song. How do you expect the kids to hold their heads up after this?
If she's Shadow, why did she only show up now?
We need more evidence.
Mr. Hayes, shouldn't we help Evelyn? Mr. Hayes?
That manuscript was indeed written by Shadow.
She admitted it. Evelyn, you are nothing but a despicable thief. You impersonated Shadow and stole her lifeblood.
Mom has gone crazy for fame. This behavior is a disgrace to the Sterling family.
Mom? Why did you do this? Do you realize the whole internet is laughing at us now? How are we supposed to hold our heads up after this?
The chorus melody of this song was indeed written by me back then. But back then, I was buried in household chores, hadn't experienced enough to write lyrics, so it was shelved. I'm singing the song I wrote 30 years ago, so how is that stealing?
Shut up! Even now, you're still lying. You are tarnishing art, tarnishing us, and the faith of all our fans.
Get out, little plagiarist, get out!
Impersonating and plagiarizing. Someone like you doesn't deserve to sing at all.
What a waste. Such a good voice. With a bad character, no matter how well you sing, it's all for nothing.
What are you waiting for? Get this embarrassing thief out of here now. Don't let her tarnish this stage any longer.
Evelyn, you lose. This is what happens when you cross me.
Julian, this pop king, has always kept a low profile. Why would he suddenly show up?
Evelyn, you're finished. Pop King Julian is Shadow's own junior. He treats Evelyn as his idol. You fake, just wait to be exposed by Mr. Hayes personally.
Mom, did you hear that? Mr. Hayes is here. If you admit your mistake now, it's not too late. Don't let things get out of hand.
Evelyn, look at yourself. What kind of people have you provoked? We're already divorced. Don't expect the Sterling family to clean up your mess.
Evelyn, I've been waiting for the day you step onto the stage. I've waited for this day for 20 whole years.
Julian called her Evelyn, so she really is Shadow?
The Pop King himself confirmed it. How can it be fake? Shadow was actually willing to put her family first and stay behind the scenes for 30 years.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Mr. Hayes, are you sure you have the right person? Her name is Evelyn. She's just an old lady who scrubs toilets and buys junk off the street. How could she be Shadow?
Are you questioning me? Evelyn is Shadow. She is my guide, a legendary composer in the music world. Would I be wrong?
Mom, is she really Shadow?
How is that possible? Then why did she never say anything?
Mr. Sterling, that's an interesting question. Back then, Evelyn was at her peak. One song could buy half your company, but she was afraid that your proud ego would be hurt, afraid that you would live in her shadow and feel inferior, so she chose to remain anonymous and give up her career for you.
I see. No wonder she suddenly disappeared back then. So it was for her family. Such magnanimity is truly rare and way too foolish.
If back then with such a voice she had performed on stage, she would have become a legend with one song, becoming the leading figure of the music world.
Shadow was the pop queen back then. She actually left the stage and willingly became an ordinary housewife. That's ridiculous.
These Sterlings are such jerks, sucking the blood of the goddess, and still find her embarrassing.
Evelyn, are you really Shadow? Was it for me that you gave up your career?
Maybe once it was for you, but Arthur, we're already divorced.
I really didn't know you gave so much.
You don't know. Or is it because you just don't want to know? For 30 years, I'd get up before dawn to cook, and late at night, I'd wash your dirty clothes. But you... What did you take me for?
Mom, since you're so amazing, why didn't you tell us? If you had told us sooner, we would definitely support you.
Support me? You're the ones who said that besides raising kids, I was good for nothing. I wanted to wait until you were older and go back to singing. But when you got older, you wanted me to help take care of Max and Toby. My time? has always been yours, never my own.
I feel so sorry for Shadow. All her life she's been giving to others, never lived for herself.
If back then Shadow hadn't retired and kept standing on stage, she'd definitely be a pop queen by now, on par with the pop king Julian.
Shadow gave up her career for family. That sacrifice deserves respect, and her family doesn't appreciate it.
Impossible. How could my goddess be this ignorant housewife?
Evelyn.
Enough, Evelyn. Stop acting like a victim. Don't let her fool you with her story. Mr. Hayes has always been low-key and never participates in variety shows. Showing up suddenly today and defending Ms. Evelyn so vehemently inevitably makes people curious about their relationship.
Shut up, Samantha! Whatever it is, come at me. Don't throw mud at Julian.
Julian? Such an intimate way to address him. If you say there's nothing between you two, who would believe it?
This Julian, I've known him for 20 years. How many talent shows invited him to be a judge and offered him astronomical fees, but he never went. Today, surprisingly, he came to the venue himself.
But what if he just admires his senior Evelyn? Doesn't it instead prove Evelyn's identity?
Things without evidence should not be guessed recklessly to ruin someone's reputation.
I think the pop king Julian has been protecting Evelyn. The two standing together do look very close. Could it be that they knew each other before?
Evelyn, you want to divorce me? Do you have to make a scene on this stage? Is it because of him?
Mom? You've let us down so much.
Shut up. Evelyn was my guide on my musical journey. Back then I was broken down. She discovered my talent, introduced me to Mr. Harrison. I'll remember her belief in me for the rest of my life. For 30 years I've had to watch her suffer in this dump of a home, unable to do anything. Arthur, you don't deserve to be her husband.
Julian, you
finally admitted it. Did you all hear that? The Pop King, to help this old woman cover up her lies, is even willing to ruin his own reputation. Such bad character. He doesn't deserve the title of Pop King.
Samantha, you can question my identity, but please respect the facts. And respect the stage. Samantha, didn't you say I plagiarized? Didn't you question who I am? Fine. Today I'll sing until you're completely convinced. And can't say a word against me.
Got it. I'll hand the stage over to Evelyn.
Let me go! Cut the act. Do you really think hit songs are a dime a dozen, easy to buy whenever you want? I don't believe she can just whip up another hit-quality song on the spot. Just wait and see. She's about to show her true colors.
Arthur, my world isn't just about you. It's about my songs too. As long as I can still sing, I will never lose.
This song, I think I heard it as a kid.
I can't take it anymore. I miss my mom. This song is even more tear-jerking than the last one.
This melody, these lyrics, they're definitely not ghost-written. Only someone who's been through it could write such a masterpiece.
Simple melody, touching lyrics. This is definitely another hit song.
No, this can't be. A song of this quality, how could she just come up with it on the spot?
The melody is catchy, full of emotion. This song holds a mother's most tender love for her children. This is definitely hit song quality. Except for Shadow, no one can write this kind of feeling.
Those who talk about plagiarism can shut up now. This kind of deep-rooted emotional expression is something no AI or fake can ever imitate.
Listen up. This is the song your mother wrote for you. She wanted to see you grow up and start your own families. But you didn't believe her. Stop. And you sided with outsiders to humiliate her. That's so heartbreaking.
Shadow, for these ungrateful people, retired for 30 years. It's simply the biggest loss for the Chinese music scene. Look at these so-called family members. They actually have the nerve to stand here. If I were you, I'd crawl into a hole right now.
Have we really been wrong all along? Mom, all these years, the melodies she casually hummed were actually...
Evelyn, since you have this talent, why didn't you tell me earlier? If I had known, I wouldn't have...
Tell you? After I told you, would you let me write songs? Or would you think my fame outshone you and made you lose face in business? Arthur, you're at your core a selfish man. Even if you did find out, you wouldn't give me the chance to perform on stage.
Enough. She just sang a corny children's song. What's so impressive about that? Shadow's work should be majestic and grand. This kind of petty tune proves nothing at all.
Ms. Samantha, the highest level of art is empathy. Such delicate emotions which you can't understand only show you have a heart of stone.
It's like pearls before swine. Your so-called high-end works in front of this daylily aren't even fit to be called garbage.
You all... What's the big deal about singing about family? Today, you write a song about Mom. Tomorrow, someone writes about Dad. Soon the streets will be flooded with these cheesy family songs. If you're going to sing something soul-stirring.
Samantha, I was trying to spare you some dignity, but since you're determined to court disaster, I'll give you what you want.
Evelyn, you just finished singing. That must have drained you. Let me handle the rest.
No, Katie. Today, I'll show some people why Shadow is the gold medal composer. It's not because she can only write one kind of song. It's because whenever she wants, every emotion in this world can be turned into music. Samantha, since you made a request, I'll grant it. The next song I dedicate to you and to that person in the audience, the one I once thought would be my husband for the rest of my life.
Incredible. The love and bitterness in this song has the deep affection of nostalgia.
It also has the vicissitudes of time. She's not just singing, she's dissecting her own past. This level of emotional nuance, other than Shadow, in the Chinese music scene, no one else could have written it.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm at Shadow's solo concert. This is so good.
Is this the same person who sang Daylily just now? The explosiveness, the raw emotional pain, it's absolutely amazing. No wonder she's a goddess.
Evelyn, you finally found your unique brilliance. This is the Shadow I know.
Is Evelyn singing this for me? She's reminiscing about our kiss goodbye back then. She's pouring out the regrets of 30 years of marriage. I told you you were just sulking. What's going on? Even though we're indoors, I actually got chills listening to it.
The despair in that singing is so real. It's like she's tearing her heart out for everyone to see.
Can't love another day. How much disappointment must she have accumulated to write such resolute lyrics?
Dad, is Mom really determined to divorce you this time? These lyrics are way too final.
Impossible. Your mom always used to say, as long as the family is together, we can endure any hardship. She wouldn't break her word. Evelyn, I understand this song. Your heart? I understand it too.
Arthur, wipe that disgusting look off your face. This kiss goodbye is not for you. It's for myself. For that Evelyn who died in the kitchen.
Stop being mad at me. We've been married for 30 years. I'm willing to give you another chance.
But I will not give you another chance. You think I was singing about regret. Actually, I was singing about my heart. It's finally completely dead now. From today onward, you and I have nothing to do with each other.
Perfect. This is Shadow. This is the pillar of the Chinese music industry.
Ms. Evelyn, you, with this song, have told everyone what true soul-stirring means. After this song, there's no other kiss goodbye that comes close. Samantha, didn't you just say she could only write about family? Now, what do you have to say?
Fake. It's all fake. She must have known the topic in advance. Julian must have hired someone to write it and give it to her. Evelyn, you've ruined everything for me.
What ruined you is your own greed and ignorance. Evelyn's talent, even a tiny glimpse, is enough for you to look up to for a lifetime.
Thank you, Starlight Competition, for helping me find myself. Today, I'm not only announcing that I am Shadow, I'm also announcing one more thing.
What else are you going to do?
I have already filed a post-divorce property division with the court. Arthur, all these years you've been living off Shadow's royalties. Every penny you earned, I'm taking it all back.
Evelyn, are you trying to destroy the whole family? Evelyn, are you crazy? Those copyrights are the company's lifeline. Are you trying to take back the copyrights? Are you trying to destroy me? Destroy the whole family?
Evelyn, stop using Shadow to bully people. You keep saying you're Shadow, but what proof do you have? You're just a housewife who can only cook and do laundry. You're not Shadow at all. What makes you think you can represent her? And give orders here?
Since you want evidence, the legal documents are the best evidence. Attorney Chen, tell them.
Mr. Sterling, I am the attorney representing Mr. Hayes and the rights holder, Ms. Shadow. Given that the Sterling Group has repeatedly violated the brand image maintenance clause, from this moment on, Mr. Hayes will officially represent Ms. Shadow and fully revoke all commercial licenses for the music works. The Sterling Group must, within 24 hours, remove all related products, otherwise we will file a massive lawsuit.
24 hours? Revoke all licenses. That's impossible. The company will go bankrupt.
Arthur, can't you see? Can't you see? This isn't Shadow's intention at all. This is clearly Evelyn's scheme.
What are you saying?
It's Evelyn. She's using that messy, undefined relationship with Julian to deliberately instigate him to revoke Evelyn's copyrights. She just wants to see you go bankrupt and watch the Sterling family fall apart. Since she can't have you, she's going to destroy you herself.
Evelyn, is what Samantha said true? Do you hate me that much? Enough to use Julian to cut off my livelihood?
Arthur, even now, you still think others are out to get you.
Evelyn, you keep saying you're Shadow. But you just hide behind the pop king Julian and pull these dirty tricks. Do you dare to, like a true musician, compete with me one last time?
Compete? What do you have to compete with?
Those are all slow songs. They just rely on emotional tricks. Let's compare real skills. See who has a wider vocal range. Do you dare? If I win, you must have Attorney Chen tear up this document in public and permanently retain the Sterling Group's license for Shadow's works.
Betting the copyright? Is Samantha out of her mind?
This is for the Sterling family, a lifeline. It all depends on whether Evelyn dares to take it.
Evelyn's copyright, why should it be used to bet against someone like you? Lawyer Chen, start the procedure immediately.
Seriously, Evelyn? You just love relying on men, don't you? Without Julian's special care, you're nothing.
Samantha, do you think just because I sang a few songs and my voice is tired, I can't hit the high notes? Your petty tricks. Don't work on me.
Evelyn, you've already sung so many songs. Your voice is way too strained.
What? Is the Pop King Julian scared?
Or is it
that Evelyn is basically all reputation and no substance? Once she is stripped of those sentimental tunes, her true colors show.
Julian? Don't say another word.
Evelyn, if your voice gets damaged, from now on, you might never be able to sing again.
I have to compete. I want to prove myself after 30 years of silence. And also to clear Shadow's name.
The high notes are indeed the hallmark of Shadow's work. If Ms. Evelyn can, in this state, still show Shadow's level of high notes, then it will truly make everyone fully convinced.
Since Ms. Samantha brought it up, a competition sounds good. Perfect. So everyone can be fully convinced and also give this Starlight competition a real ending.
Then let's compete. Miss Samantha is a professional singer who insists on vocal training every day, unlike someone who spent 30 years in the kitchen, whose voice must have been ruined by all the cooking fumes.
I'll go first. Know you, know your heart, don't know what's in your heart.
Is that a high note or a scream? My ears are dead.
Good. Perfect. This is true art. The penetrating power of that high note takes years of hard practice and top-level singing skills to achieve. It's absolutely not something a housewife who only shops and cooks can match.
Sure, it's a bit harsh, but that pitch, not many can hit it.
I guess the gap between pro and amateur is still huge.
Although there were flaws, she still hit the high notes. Ms. Evelyn, after 3 consecutive performances, I wonder if she can still pull it off.
Did you hear that, Evelyn? This is the level a professional singer should be at. Did you hear that, Evelyn? Now that's a professional singer. That's the standard a professional should have. What have you got to compete with me?
Evelyn, several rounds of intense competition have already pushed your vocal cords into overdrive. Maybe you should just give up.
Mom, Samantha's high notes are really something. Maybe just let it go.
Yeah, Mom, you've already sung. That's plenty. Look at Dad's face. You've made him so angry. We're family, after all. Do you have to ruin Dad's company just to be happy? Listen to your son's advice. Just apologize now. Samantha is generous. She definitely won't hold it against you.
Don't mind her. She actually ganged up with outsiders to bring down our own family's company. Evelyn, let me tell you, it's too late to apologize now. Anyway, Samantha will definitely help me win the competition and protect the company's copyrights. A woman like you, who bites the hand that feeds you, doesn't deserve to be part of the Sterling family.
Who wins or loses is still anyone's guess.
Miss Evelyn, as a judge, I must remind you that from a professional standpoint, your vocal cords have reached their limit. Forcing high notes now could very likely cause permanent damage. Maybe you should just stop, Ms. Evelyn. Your voice can't handle singing anymore.
I will sing. Not only will I sing, but I will also sing that song that no one dares to cover, Jewer.
That is Shadow's 4-octave masterpiece. No one has dared to sing it live until now. Are you sure you want to sing this in your current condition?
Putting on an act. Let's see how you crack later.
Let's begin.
What happened? She cracked.
What's going on? She cracked?
See, she can't do it. She sang so many songs before. Her voice was already wrecked.
Did you all see that? She's not Shadow at all. Those high notes, she can't even hit the pitch, and she pretends her throat's sore. She's just a fake who makes up stories for sympathy.
So embarrassing. Get off the stage now.
Mom, stop singing. Just come down. Let's go home. Forget the competition.
Evelyn.
Mom, stop singing. Please come down. Even if we lose, it's okay.
I can't back down. If I back down today, Arthur and Samantha will forever pin the fake label on me. Even if I can never sing again, today I will show you what real talent looks like.
Oh my god. That's whistle register.
Only the real Shadow could produce that kind of soul-stirring resonance. The goddess is back.
So Shadow can not only write lyrics and compose, but also has unparalleled vocal skills. With such powerful high notes, the music industry should be trembling.
Evelyn, why do you look so pale?
So what if she hit the high notes? She didn't finish the song. If she didn't finish, it doesn't count. She must have used some amplifying device, or she lip-synced.
Ms. Samantha, those high notes just now are enough to prove everything. That vocal pressure and that resonance cannot be replicated by any device. How long are you going to make a scene?
But rules are rules. She didn't finish. She just didn't finish.
Mr. Davis, are you going to ignore the facts forever? You deliberately favored Samantha just now. Do you think we're blind? Let me tell you, if you dare deny Ms. Evelyn's talent again, I will unite the entire music industry to blacklist you.
Get out, corrupt judge! Get out, Samantha, get out!
Get out!
Evelyn's throat is uncomfortable. She cannot continue the competition. Today's comeback ceremony is concluded. Evelyn, I'll take you to the hospital now. Evelyn. Quick, call an ambulance. Dr. Evans, how is she?
She already had signs of vocal cord strain. Today, while extremely exhausted, she forced a high note, causing acute vocal cord edema and a minor physical tear.
Is she gonna lose her voice?
Luckily, she got to the hospital in time and avoided a vocal cord rupture. But listen, you need to understand what happens next. For a while, she needs absolute rest. No singing, and even speaking won't reach her previous quiet register.
Got it. Thanks, doctor. Evelyn, don't move and don't talk. The doctor said you need absolute rest now. Here. No. I'm here. I'll get the best doctors to cure you. You proved yourself today. The whole internet is rooting for you. Go on, Evelyn deserves to know.
Mr. Hayes, there are some negative comments about Evelyn online. People are questioning who she really is. They're dragging you into it too.
This must be Samantha's doing. It's gotta be Samantha.
Samantha is riding this wave to officially announce her solo concert. The theme is tribute to the classics and the legacy of Shadow.
She can't even come close to Evelyn's shadow. What right does she have to mention the word legacy? Evelyn, don't look at that. Those people don't know the truth. Don't talk. The doctor said your vocal cords are very fragile now. These next few days are critical for recovery. Even one forced vocalization could cause permanent damage. Evelyn, don't feel like you're a burden to me. You were the one who pulled me out of the mud back then. You gave me the courage to pursue music. Now it's my turn to protect you. Samantha thinks ruining your voice means she can replace you. Dream on. Evelyn, just focus on recovering. Leave the rest to me.
Evelyn, you're a mute now. A disgraced old woman. How are you going to fight me? Arthur. Arthur. What's wrong? Easy now. Sit down and have some water.
How can I calm down? Sterling's been relying on Shadow's songs for copyright revenue. The legal department just got word that all the copyrights I hold are useless now.
How could this happen?
Now Julian's mobilized the entire industry's legal team against me. Sterling is really going to be ruined by him.
Arthur, can't you see? A woman who hasn't left the house in 30 years. A housewife. How could she, the moment she appears, make Julian fight so hard for her? Maybe they've already...
You mean, Evelyn has been wanting to divorce me. I've provided for her for 30 years, and she dares to treat me like this? I'm gonna find her and get some answers.
Arthur, don't be rash. If you go now, she won't see you.
Then what am I supposed to do? Every day we don't solve the company's problem, we lose more money.
She is, after all, Pearl and Miles' biological mother. She can avoid you, but can she avoid her own kids? Take Pearl and Miles to the hospital. Let them talk to Evelyn, butter her up, and play the sympathy card. No matter how overbearing Julian is, he can't keep her kids from taking care of their mom.
Samantha, thank goodness for you.
Evelyn? I have to see with my own eyes whether that voice is really gone or just an act. Then I'll be at peace.
What are you doing here? You're not welcome here.
She's my mother. We're her kids, and we came to see her. Who are you, an outsider, to order us around?
Mr. Hayes, we're just really worried about Mom's health. We heard Mom's throat is badly hurt. We brought some stuff for her. Please just let us have a few minutes alone with Mom.
It's okay.
All right. I'll be right outside. Evelyn, if you feel uncomfortable, just hit the call button. I won't let anyone ever hurt you again.
Evelyn. Evelyn.
Mom, I brought you some fruit. The doctor said your throat, as long as you take good care of it, you'll be able to speak again.
Pearl, if you're here to persuade me to give up the copyright, don't bother.
Mom, what are you doing? Don't you understand my heart? I know that day on stage we were a bit harsh, but wasn't that because we were worried about you? Why do you have to compete with Samantha for no reason?
That's right, Mom. Look at what people online are saying about you. They all say you relied on Julian to impersonate Shadow and sing on stage.
So you still don't believe me?
Mom, the song you sang on stage that day was really good. But what does that prove? Shadow is a gold medal composer, a music legend. All your life you've barely left the house. How could you possibly have a connection with him?
Enough, stop beating around the bush. Evelyn, I'm asking you, what exactly is your relationship with Julian? When did you start plotting all this? What? You think I'm wronging you? At the Starlight competition, Julian, the Pop King himself, personally stepped in to protect you. Evelyn, do you think I, Arthur, am a sweetheart?
Mom, I know all these years you've worked hard at home. Dad sometimes has a bad temper, and we've neglected you. You want to prove your worth, we understand. But no matter what, you can't team up with outsiders to go against your own family.
Julian helped me. Because he knew that back then I regretted giving up singing. And you, Arthur, we've been married for 30 years. And you have never truly believed in me, have you?
Mom, stop being so stubborn. Anyway, your throat is ruined now and you can never sing again. So why not come home with us and live a peaceful life?
Yeah, Mom, we're your real family. Go talk to Mr. Hayes and ask him to return Shadow's copyright to Dad. Once the copyright is back, Sterling will be saved, and our family will be the happy family it used to be.
Dad hasn't slept in days because of the company. You used to care most about the family. How did you become so heartless?
Get out. All of you get out.
Evelyn, the kids have given you an out. Why are you still so stubborn?
She told you to get out. Didn't you hear her?
Mr. Hayes, this is a family matter. You're an outsider. You're overstepping.
Evelyn's already signed the divorce papers. You two have no connection anymore.
I bet you two planned this all along. Just waiting for me to bring up the divorce first.
Enough. Arthur, get out. Leave now.
Evelyn, don't talk.
Doctor, come quick. Mom, what's wrong?
Doctor, how is she?
The patient already has vocal cord damage. And just now, due to extreme emotion, she strained her voice. Her vocal cord edema has worsened. From now on, she's on absolute vocal rest. If recovery doesn't go well, for the rest of her life, she might have trouble even speaking normally, let alone sing.
Really? That serious?
Evelyn, now let's see how you'll compete with me.
Get out.
Mom, the copyright issue isn't resolved. You can't just ditch the Sterlings.
Get out. Evelyn, I'm sorry. I failed you.
You sure did fail her. My best student was forced into silence. How could you let this happen, Julian? Evelyn, you've been through so much. Don't be afraid. I'm here. I brought the top ENT specialist, Professor Wright, to see you.
Professor Wright! Evelyn's voice, how is it really? Please, say something.
It's not looking good. The patient originally suffered from overusing her voice, which caused acute vocal cord edema. Then she suffered a strong emotional shock, which caused the already tiny vocal cord tear to suffer a secondary tear.
Can she recover to how she was before?
Ms. Shadow, the vocal cords are extremely delicate organs. A secondary tear combined with your age means your cell's self-repair ability isn't as strong as a younger person's. To fully regain that kind of flawless, ethereal, and high-pitched voice you had before is just not possible medically.
Professor Wright, just let me keep singing. Even if my voice changes, I'm willing to accept it. I don't want to be a cripple.
Good. You're truly my student. You've got that never give up attitude.
Professor Wright, so what do we do for treatment now? Do we need to arrange minimally invasive surgery to stitch it up?
Absolutely no surgery. Surgery on the vocal cords easily leaves hard scar tissue, which would ruin its voice function entirely. The most scientific and only treatment is conservative therapy. That means physiological absolute rest.
After the tear heals, what will her voice sound like?
After healing, the vocal cords recover, but your high register will be limited. What the voice will become, then no one can say for sure. This kind of vocal rest should avoid emotional ups and downs and noise disturbances.
Those Sterlings are like flies every day buzzing around outside the hospital. How can Evelyn find peace here?
Leave it to me, Mr. Harrison. On Greenwood Mountain, on the outskirts, I have a private sanatorium. It's peaceful there, fresh air, and very private. No one can disturb Evelyn.
You little rascal.
That's more like it.
Go ahead.
Julian, recently, for my sake, you've been running around. I have no way to repay you. Just let me cook you a meal, Julian. Stop going out of your way for me.
Evelyn, what do you mean by that? Evelyn, what do you mean by that?
Look at me. I'm 50, divorced. My voice is ruined. Now I'm just a woman who smells of kitchen grease, a housewife. And you're the pop king. You have a great future ahead. You should do your own thing instead of wasting time on me.
Evelyn, look at me. Evelyn, that's not wasting. In my eyes, you're the best singer. Even if you never sing again, even if your hair turns white, as long as you stand here, you are, for me, Julian, the only destination in this life.
Get out! A no-name little singer dares to audition.
Your voice has power, it just hasn't found its resonance yet. This guitar is for you.
What's your name? Can I follow you to learn singing?
Evelyn. But I'm very busy. Go to King Kwan residence and find an old man named Lee. He'll teach you.
Evelyn.
Julian, you're so silly.
I'm not silly. I've waited for you for 30 years. I don't mind waiting another 30. Evelyn, please don't push me away anymore.
Julian, before we leave, I want to go back to the old house to get the songs I wrote back then and bring those manuscripts back.
Okay, I'll go with you.
These are from right after we got married, the manuscripts I wrote. Because I had to take care of the kids. I never had time to organize them.
Evelyn, what's this? Doesn't look like manuscripts. Ms. Shadow, we received the electronic keyboard you donated. When the kids touched a keyboard for the first time, their eyes were shining. I'm from Greenwood Elementary, the music teacher, Ms. Harper. On behalf of all teachers and students, thank you. In the fall of 1995, Ms. Harper retired, but I took over her teaching baton. The music classroom is still there, but the keyboards are too old. Many kids have to wait in line to use them. We wrote many letters, not knowing if you'd receive them. Spring 2003.
Back then, I used anonymous royalties to buy instruments and send them to remote mountain areas. I thought there was never any reply. Why are these letters here?
Evelyn, look, the mailing addresses on these envelopes are all from back then, the old address of the Sterling Company. Back then, all your letters were signed for by Arthur.
He intercepted these letters. He never told me that someone replied.
Arthur, he's so selfish. Arthur? He's so selfish.
Julian.
Evelyn, the doctor said you absolutely can't get upset. Take your time.
These kids, these letters. It's been over 20 years. Julian, I want to go to Greenwood Elementary. Is the music classroom still there?
Okay. The doctor also said you need to go somewhere with fresh air to unwind and rest up. Let's go together tomorrow.
Great, everyone watch the rhythm. Ready, begin.
The school is still here.
Who are you?
Hello, Miss Lily. My name is Julian. This is Ms. Evelyn. Over 20 years ago, someone from the city sent a batch of instruments here. We came to find out about them.
Instruments, are you talking about this piano? It's our school's treasure. Even though half the keys don't work, the kids still fight to play it. Before Ms. Harper retired, she specifically told me to take good care of this piano. Do you? Do you know Ms. Shadow?
This is from 30 years ago. I used my first copyright earnings to personally go to the store and pick out this keyboard.
Ms. Lily, actually, she is your Ms. Shadow from back then. It's just that her voice was recently injured. She can't speak loudly.
You are Ms. Shadow? How is that possible? Am I dreaming? That's it, that melody. When Ms. Harper taught me my first song, she played this melody. Ms. Shadow, I finally met you.
This afternoon, my voice let me down, so I couldn't teach you properly. Now the mountain wind has calmed. I'll use this old thing to tell you about what sheet music is. Sheet music, it's really like little birds in the mountains, perching on different branches, singing different songs. So the songs are different. Listen to this note. Its name is me. Just like when you were singing this afternoon, the sound should come from your chest, steady and smooth. Don't let it waver. Penny, your voice is high like a little sparrow perched at the very top of the tree. It should be bright but not shouting.
Evelyn, Ms. Harper also used to say that top musicians can explain the most complex music theory in plain language. Hearing you teach today, I finally understand what a true master is.
Master? Not at all. It's just that 30 years ago, my teacher also led me into this path, word by word. Music doesn't care about background. Dreams don't know rich or poor. Kids, as long as you have this string in your heart, this mountain.
Miss Evelyn's piano playing sounds as warm as a mom's voice.
Evelyn, you're smiling again. This is the life you deserve.
Mr. Brooks, take a look. I wasn't lying, was I? The school's land is nice and flat, plus it's right off the state highway. Just tear down these rundown bungalows to build the Logistics Park Central Warehouse. That'll make a killing every day.
Yeah, the location is good. But this school is still running, right? Will there be any trouble with the permits?
Come on, Mr. Brooks, what trouble could there be? This rundown school has only about a dozen students. Next semester, I'll personally arrange to merge them all into the town's Central Elementary School about 3 miles away. These days, nobody cares about a few rundown shacks.
Mayor, that won't work. The town's Central Elementary School is more than 3 miles of mountain road from here. How will the kids get to school every day, and what about our music classroom?
Little girl, don't be naive. In this backwater, what's the point of a music classroom? Can you eat it? If we build the logistics park, everyone in the village can get dividends. That's real money.
But this is the kids' only comfort. After school, they love coming here to play music and sing. This place can't be torn down.
Lily, don't be ungrateful. Once the compensation goes through, your cut won't be left out. Tearing down these rundown shacks is a good thing. Hey, who are you? Do you, an outsider, get to have a say in our village affairs? Stop meddling.
I'm leasing this classroom. The rent will be at twice the projected revenue of the logistics park. I'll sign a 20-year lease.
Rent twice? 20 years, lady? Are you kidding me? You're wasting your money on this dump. Who exactly are you?
Who the hell are you?
I'm Julian. This is Ms. Evelyn. For the past 30 years, she's been a national sensation, a legendary musician, Shadow. If you think this land is valuable, we can use the logistics park's projected annual revenue to directly buy out the usage rights of this school.
J. Julian? The Pop King Julian from Starlight Entertainment? How did you end up here?
Long time no see, Mr. Brooks. I remember your group is currently applying to the city for that $40 million Cultural Heritage Support Fund, right?
Yes, it's under review. Mr. Hayes, you're well informed.
If tomorrow, national entertainment headlines and financial news both report that a certain major group, to build logistics warehouses, forcibly demolished a rural elementary school with 30 years of musical heritage and evicted left-behind children, do you think that $40 million fund will still be approved by the city?
Mr. Hayes, this is absolutely a huge misunderstanding. Our group has always been the biggest supporter of rural education. Mayor, we're not leasing the land anymore. The school must stay. Not only that, we'll donate to the school to build a new playground.
Mr. Brooks, this sure thing is slipping away.
Shut up. You want to get me killed? Mr. Hayes, Ms. Evelyn, we're leaving now, right now. The blueprint, we'll redo it as soon as we get back. We won't touch a single brick of the school.
Please leave.
See yourself out.
We won. We did it, kids. Our classroom is saved.
Yay, no more demolition. Miss Evelyn is amazing.
Kids, the classroom is saved. We're going to use our singing to tell the mountains how happy we are. Come on, follow Miss Evelyn. Breathe in and relax. Send your voice to the deepest valley. Timmy, Penny, let your voices go up and fly like little birds. Ready, set, go.
Evelyn? You protected a group of children's musical dreams.
Evelyn, can I just call you Evelyn? Calling you Ms. Shadow feels too formal.
Just call me Evelyn.
Evelyn, you have no idea. Seeing this classroom being saved today makes me so happy. When I was in middle school, my family was so poor we barely had food. My dad was chopping wood in the mountains and broke his leg. Let alone tuition, we couldn't even scrape together enough money for daily salt. Back then, I'd cry every day hiding in the haystack behind the school. I thought my life would never change. I just have to follow the village women to work at an electronics factory in the south, standing 12 hours a day. It was Ms. Harper who brought me back to this classroom. She used this out-of-tune old piano to teach me my first song. Back then, she held my hand and said, Ms. Shadow, who donated these pianos, left a message in her letter, music knows no background, dreams know no wealth. Evelyn, it was that sentence that acted like a lamp, lighting up my darkest path. Later, I studied like crazy to get into teacher's college. After Ms. Harper left, I immediately applied to come back and take her place.
I wrote that sentence 30 years ago on a card. I never imagined it would actually change your life.
Evelyn, I want to learn music from you, not to become famous, but to learn how to be like you, using music to bring hope to more people.
Sure, I'll teach you.
Evelyn, your voice sounds so much clearer.
The mountain air is so fresh, and I'm feeling great. So my voice is slowly recovering.
What are you talking about, Evelyn? First, drink your warm water to soothe your throat. Lily, check this out. I've already worked with the Provincial Education Foundation and the City Education Bureau to handle the paperwork. Although Greenwood Elementary has few students, it won't be merged. Starting next month, it will officially be renovated into the Melody Music Room. It'll be funded long-term by the Starlight Entertainment Charity Fund. All instrument maintenance, utilities, and daily expenses will be covered by us. Hey, I can take care of the funding and hardware. The most important issue is that this place is remote. We need someone with a professional background, responsible, and willing to stay here long-term as our permanent director.
I'm saying, Mr. Hayes, Evelyn, I'll go back to town tomorrow and quit my stable government job. I'll stay here full time.
Lily, this might mean giving up better pay and living conditions in the city.
As long as the mountain kids can sing and I can take care of this classroom, I'll do anything.
Thank you, Lily. There's not much I can do for you and the kids, so I'm planning to go tomorrow and buy some instruments for the kids. Can you help me pick them out?
Sure. Evelyn, this piano is really nice. If we could put it in the classroom, the kids would go nuts.
This piano might look a bit old on the outside, but the inside mechanism is imported. I just tuned it. But it's not cheap, at least $1,100.
Evelyn, that's way too expensive. Let's just buy a few regular electronic keyboards. We can teach with keyboards too.
Yeah, the sound of a piano can't be replaced. I'll take this piano. Plus, those dusty violins hanging on the wall and the guitar, I'll take them all.
All of them? You starting a school or something?
They're for Greenwood Elementary and the kids. As for the price, you can give me the market rate, but I have one condition. You have to come to the school every year for free to maintain and tune these instruments.
Greenwood Elementary? The school where Ms. Harper used to teach.
You know Miss Harper?
Of course I do. Back then, Ms. Harper brought students to the county competition. And they borrowed harmonicas from me. Okay, since it's for those kids, I'll give you this piano for $5,000. Those old guitars I'll throw in for free. As for tuning, I will personally drive there every year.
Thank you.
Evelyn, why are you so good to me and those kids? You're injured. You should be resting.
30 years ago, my teacher treated me the same way. Of course, I want to be there for you all too.
Evelyn, Lily. Now that we have the instruments and Lily's officially decided to stay, I have an idea. Let's strike while the iron is hot. Next week, we'll hold the unveiling ceremony for Melody Music Room.
Unveiling ceremony?
Yep, not just the ceremony, we can also hold a simple country music concert on the school playground. Invite all the parents and villagers to come. Let the kids use these new instruments to sing a song for them. That way the villagers can see the change in the kids through music, and it can completely dispel any prejudice against music teachers in the village.
That's an awesome idea. The kids have been practicing for so long they dream of having a stage. But Mr. Hayes, we don't have professional sound equipment and we don't have nice costumes.
Don't you worry. The equipment and costumes are on me. I already had my assistant in the city go buy them. By Sunday at the latest, they'll be delivered to the village. What do you think, Evelyn?
I'm all for it.
Great. Then for the finale of this concert, you'll personally use this new piano to accompany the kids.
Evelyn, Mr. Hayes, the wooden bridge into the village was washed away by a mudslide. The truck from the county with the costumes and equipment can't get in. The parents are also stranded on the other side of the river.
Miss Evelyn, is our concert not going to happen? We've been practicing for days.
Kids, for tonight's performance, we've been preparing for 2 whole weeks.
Miss Evelyn, our concert, is it canceled? My dad took the day off today and said he'd be in the audience watching me sing. My pretty dress is gone too. Are we not going to sing?
Change of plan. The show will go on as usual. No costumes. We'll wear our cleanest uniform. No audience. We'll live stream on our phones so moms and dads on their phone screens can watch us sing.
That's right. Why didn't I think of that? Live streaming is so easy now. Evelyn, Lily, don't panic. I'll use my personal social media account to start a live stream right now.
Listen to Evelyn. Kids, everyone dry your tears. Let's go put on our cleanest uniform.
Kids' real music doesn't need fancy clothes. It doesn't need a high-end stage either. Your voices are the most beautiful gift in this world. Are you scared?
No!
Evelyn, Lily, it's ready. Our live stream has hit 10,000 viewers.
Mr. Hayes, Evelyn, come check it out. The replay of last night's live stream has hit 10 million views across all platforms. Mr. Hayes, Evelyn, come look at this. The total views across all platforms for the replay of last night's live stream have surpassed 10 million.
Here, have some warm water.
And the targeted donation letters of intent we've received in the back end have already surpassed 30. Oh my god, am I dreaming? Before we had to scrimp just to buy a box of chalk. And now so many people are paying attention to us.
Lily, this isn't a dream. You and the kids deserve it.
Evelyn, is your voice almost healed?
Professor Wright was right. Your vocal cord tear is healing well. The fibrotic compensation is making your voice wider and richer. This raspy voice in today's music scene is truly unique.
Lily, I need to go back. There are some matters in the city that I need to take care of.
Evelyn, I know Mr. Hayes told me everything. Samantha stole your reputation in the city and wants to destroy you completely. When you go back, you must take back what belongs to you. I'll hold down the fort here. Don't worry. Evelyn, I'll miss you.
Silly girl, if you run into trouble, call me anytime.
I will.
Goodbye, Miss Evelyn.
Evelyn, how was this trip to relax?
Before I sang to escape the suffocation of the Sterling family and to prove myself to Arthur. But now I've found the meaning of my singing.
Evelyn, your voice is really recovering. It seems the rest in the mountains has really worked.
Arthur and Samantha thought ruining my voice would destroy everything about me. Next week is Samantha's solo concert, right?
That's right. She has bought off the media and plans to completely frame you for lip syncing and being a fake at the concert.
Then let's go back and give her a big surprise. On her own stage, I'll tell everyone who the real Shadow is.
Miss Samantha, is this high-profile charity sale a response to the recent online rumors about your dispute with Ms. Evelyn at the Starlight competition?
Thank you, my friend, for your concern. I came here today purely to do my small part to help these lovely children of the stars. As for the online rumors, I believe the truth will prevail. Time will tell everything. Music is pure and so is love.
Miss Samantha, I really can't thank you enough. You not only donated supplies, but also came in person to our charity sale of used books and instruments. These old items were anonymously donated by kind-hearted people from all walks of life. Although they're not worth much, they represent everyone's goodwill.
Director Brooks, please don't say that. Being able to do something for the children is my honor. To support the charity sale, the old scores and books anonymously donated by these kind-hearted people, I will personally pay $14,000 to buy them all. Mia, take this box of old books and move it to the car.
Sure, Samantha. I'll do it right away.
I'm exhausted. If it weren't to cover up Evelyn's negative press, I wouldn't bother playing along with Arthur in this tacky charity show. Mia, the air purifier in the car, turn it up.
Samantha, this box of books Mr. Sterling donated. What should we do with it? Should we just haul it to the villa's basement and store it there?
Why store books? They're nothing but Evelyn's old trash left at the Sterlings. He found them bulky and just used them as a favor. Take them out, let me see. What kind of junk are they anyway?
They really are just some old scores. And quite a few handwritten notes. Hey Samantha, inside this book it seems there's something tucked in.
Give it here. Evelyn's old stuff, what could it be? Forgive me for being wild and loving freedom all my life.
Samantha, what's wrong with this song? Samantha, what's wrong with this song?
This is simply fate. The melody of this song and the power of the lyrics are absolutely top-notch. Maybe Julian gave Shadow's manuscript to Evelyn, and she slipped it into this book.
You mean Mr. Sterling had no idea this was inside the book when he donated it?
This is a godsend.
Samantha, you're all in a rush, making me send my secretary away. What's going on? Shadow took back all the copyrights. Sterling is in a mess now. The shareholders are pressuring me.
Arthur, look at this.
Sheet music, boundless sky. What is this? I'm not in the mood for new songs right now. This handwriting. It looks like Evelyn's from 30 years ago.
How is that possible? Take a closer look.
She hasn't written in years. All she does is cook and do housework. I don't really remember. But this manuscript, is there something special about it?
This is what they call fate. Arthur, this song is simply a masterpiece of lyrics and composition. At next week's concert, I will perform this song as the grand finale premiere.
But what if it really is written by Evelyn? If she recognizes it, that wouldn't be good.
She's a mute who can't even speak clearly. Arthur, as long as you're on my side, who can prove this song is hers? Arthur, Sterling Group is about to go bankrupt, isn't it? Don't you want to turn things around with my concert? I'm doing this for your own good. A good song should lift me to the sky. Thank you all for coming. Today, I will sing several unreleased original songs. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you all for coming. Today, I will be performing a few unreleased original songs. I hope you like them.
At the Starlight competition last time, it was such a mess. But Samantha actually invited us to her concert.
I heard Samantha this time has prepared several original songs and wants our feedback. Her attitude is quite humble.
Goddess Samantha, you're the best. We'll always support you.
I heard these songs all have Shadow style. Really looking forward to it.
Thank you, everyone. Over the years, I've been deeply focused on creating. I never dared to slack off. I know everyone misses that gold medal composer, Shadow. I do too. So this song is my tribute to her and a gift to you all.
This intro really has a bit of Shadow's touch, but it doesn't quite match the songs Samantha wrote before.
In such a short time to have made such amazing progress, I guess I underestimated her.
Once I finish this song, I'll completely secure my spot as the pop queen.
Strange. The key change in the chorus is very bold, but Samantha seems not very familiar with it. She almost went off key several times.
I think you guys are being too demanding. This song, whether in lyrics or melody, is hit song quality.
The lyrics and music are indeed good, but the singing can't keep up.
This song requires a singer's fundamentals to be extremely solid.
If it weren't for the good live equipment,
even the audience could hear the off-key notes.
Go, Samantha. You're the best. This song is amazing. It's like Shadow wrote it herself.
This song is totally ruined by her. Samantha, the way you're singing is an insult to the song I wrote. Samantha, the way you sing is an insult to my song.
This is Goddess Samantha's solo concert. Who's so blind to cut her off?
This is Evelyn. I heard her voice was shot long ago. How dare she show up here?
Security guard, get her out of here now.
You say this is your original work? Okay. Then let me ask you, the modulation in the third bar just now, why did you force it up?
That was to increase emotional tension. What do you know?
The modulation here in the original piece needs a smooth, seamless transition, not that kind of pig-like screeching. Forcing the pitch higher not only ruins the integrity of the melody but also exposes your weak breath control.
That's exactly right. No wonder this part does sound particularly grating. So that's the problem.
Samantha, you can't even grasp the mood of your own song. Are you sure this song is really yours?
Oh, of course it is.
Your vocal transitions just now were nearly out of tune several times. If it were a song you wrote yourself, how could there be such basic mistakes?
This song is meant to be sung the way I just did. Evelyn, stop acting all high and mighty. You're just a cripple with a ruined voice. What right do you have to stand on my stage and boss people around?
Evelyn, haven't you done enough? Look at yourself now, what a mess. Not only do you embarrass me, but you also want to ruin Samantha's future. Get off the stage now.
Get off. Just an old lady who only cooks. What does she know about music? Get off! Get off!
Didn't you hear Goddess Samantha? Her voice is ruined. Sounds like sawing wood. How can she talk about art?
Your voice is so hoarse. What's the point? Better face reality early. Give it up.
You hear that, Evelyn? The whole music industry knows you're finished. The sound of your voice now makes me sick. You will never in your life be able to sing a decent song again.
Who says my voice is ruined?
Still bluffing? You can barely even talk properly now, let alone sing.
Then let me show you what the real shadow is.
Lights.
Absolutely incredible. Compared to last time, the voice in Daylily is totally different, but this raspy voice actually suits the song's weariness and depth even better.
This is how the song should sound. The tone's different, but the emotion's even stronger. That's a top-tier singer for you. True skill.
Only when you see the ordinary do you find the only answer. Great lyrics and great melody. This is hit song quality.
No way. This can't be. Your voice was supposed to be...
This raspy voice is amazing, even better than Samantha's. So what if the tone changed? This is the most fitting performance of the song.
Turns out great singing doesn't depend on a perfect voice. Ms. Evelyn brought this song to life with her raspy voice. More moving than any flawless tone. Truly touching.
Samantha, the manuscript you stole, you can memorize it, but there are things you'll never be able to steal.
How is this possible? Your voice was supposed to be ruined. It's ruined! How can you still sing? Stop! All of you, stop! Don't be fooled by her. You call this singing? This is just screaming and yelling. Her voice was already done for. Now she's just using that broken voice to fool everyone. Evelyn, you think adding some heavy metal noise can cover up the fact that you're a cripple? Real music is about beauty, about skill. Listen to your voice, hoarse and ugly, like sandpaper on the floor. Where's the beauty in that?
That just shows how narrow your taste in music is.
You can't hit the high notes. Now all you can do is scream at the top of your lungs. What else have you got?
If your voice is ruined, get off the stage. Nobody wants to hear that broken voice.
Don't defile our ears. We want to hear Samantha sing.
You hear that? That's what the audience wants. Real music is about beauty, clarity, and technique. Listen to your voice now, like sandpaper on the floor. Disgusting. With that broken voice, what right do you have to stand on my stage?
Samantha, your understanding of music is so shallow.
Don't make excuses. Your voice is already finished. Do you dare to sing high notes?
Evelyn, today is Samantha's concert. Get off the stage now.
Hear that? Even Arthur thinks your voice is awful. Take your broken voice and get out of the music industry.
Samantha, you think just because my voice is damaged, I can't sing any other songs? Then listen up.
This is traditional opera. She's crazy. Singing traditional opera with that voice?
That's incredible. That voice is insane. The depth, the charm, even better than traditional opera singers. It's got that authentic flavor.
It's like a fusion of rock and traditional opera style. That's mind-blowing. I've got chills.
What a unique voice, a true genius.
It has the essence of traditional opera and its own distinct style. The depth in this traditional opera style across the whole music scene is unmatched.
This is just a gimmick. The music industry is about pop singing, not this kind of old-fashioned traditional opera style. That's no real skill.
Ms. Davis, you can't say that. Taking a damaged vocal cord and pushing it to the limit, while fusing it with traditional opera style, is in itself an incredible musical achievement.
No way! This is impossible. How can a voice like that sing such a steady traditional opera style?
Amazing. A raspy voice with traditional opera style. I've never heard a style like this.
Now that's real art. What Samantha just sang, what was that? Compared to this, it's like grade school stuff. Completely outclassed.
Samantha, you can practice technique all you want, but talent and soul are things you can never steal. You thought wrecking my voice would wreck me, but I, Evelyn, will never run out of the guts to start over.
How have I never seen this side of her?
You should be a cripple. How is this possible?
Evelyn, let's talk about it at home, okay?
Mr. Sterling, I've already signed the divorce papers. I walked away with nothing. Now I have no home, only the stage. That so-called Sterling family, to me, is the real cold and empty house.
Impossible. I'm the future of music. I've been planning this for 3 years. Why should I let someone who's washed clothes for 30 years, an old woman, steal my spotlight? Steal? Are you out of your mind? You really think too highly of yourself.
Exactly. Samantha comes from a wealthy family and she's incredibly talented. Why would she steal from you?
Go home and cook dinner. Her songs aren't even half as good as Samantha's.
Evelyn, I know you hate me. You hate me for being young, hate me for being able to stand on this stage, hate that Arthur chose me. But you can't try to destroy me just because you're jealous. That song was something I wrote as a tribute to Shadow, pouring my heart and soul into it for 3 years. And you want to claim it as your own?
Poured your heart and soul? Then how come you almost went off-key several times?
Evelyn, don't you slander me. Just because you sang a weird, messy song, do you think you can turn things around? You're only riding on Julian's arrangement, using these underhanded tricks to grab attention.
Underhanded tricks? Samantha, it seems you're not only malicious but also have terrible taste.
Evelyn, do you dare to have another round with me? A real live competition?
No, Evelyn just finished a song and her voice needs rest.
What? Scared?
Compete in what?
Evelyn, each of us will sing an original song. The loser will retire from the music scene and never sing again for the rest of their life.
What's there to be afraid of?
Good. For this concert, I specially invited the world-class Aurora Orchestra. Let's see how you compete with me. See that? That's real power. I have the most top-tier orchestra backing me. And you, other than having Julian cheat for you, what else do you have?
Evelyn, I'll arrange for my team to come right away. It's short notice, but we won't lose to them.
Oh, the Pop King is jumping in to help again? Evelyn, without a man, what can you do? Pop King, if you dare to go up there, you'll prove that Evelyn relies on you to ghostwrite and is just a fraud who got in through connections.
Julian. No need.
Evelyn, she has a professional orchestra. How can you compete alone?
Samantha, do you think music is won by having more people? I'm just one person and I can still beat you.
One person? Evelyn, are you trying to make me laugh? One person against a full symphony orchestra? Fine, you chose this yourself.
Perfect. It's the pinnacle of art. Ms. Samantha's song not only has an ethereal quality, but also carries a symphonic depth. This is the future of Chinese pop music.
This song is really good. The Aurora Orchestra is truly one of the top international orchestras. I wonder, with such limited time, whether Evelyn can assemble a band.
So beautiful. Goddess Samantha, she is Shadow's only successor.
That Evelyn was bragging earlier that she could win alone. How can she win? By howling with that broken voice of hers.
Setting aside her character, Samantha's live performance is truly astonishing. The addition of the Aurora Orchestra expanded the soundstage of this song tenfold. It's too difficult for Ms. Evelyn to fight back under such sound pressure, almost impossible.
Music is indeed not about numbers, but in a venue of 10,000, if a person has no accompanying instruments, it's hard to make an impact.
What is she doing? She wants to play 3 instruments alone? How is that possible?
Evelyn, how long are you going to keep pushing yourself?
A genius. This is absolutely genius. Switching between 2 instruments live requires an incredible sense of rhythm and brain control.
This is ultimate coordination and ultimate musical talent.
Amazing. This is a true master.
A one-person symphony.
Is this what my ticket pays for?
Are we really hearing this?
Damn it. How could this happen? I can't let her keep singing, otherwise I will definitely lose.
Don't be fooled by her, everyone. What does her talent matter? She's morally corrupt. She doesn't deserve to be on stage. Don't let her fool you. So what if she's talented? Her character stinks. She's not fit for the stage.
Evelyn, I admit you are very talented, but as a public figure, moral character comes first. Get out of here. Don't embarrass yourself.
Are you done?
What? Can't face what you've done? You gonna deny you left your husband and kids? You gonna deny you spent the Sterling's money to keep a lover? Look, she won't answer.
Fine. Since you say I abandoned my family, let me show everyone who was the first to betray our marriage. Samantha? You called me ungrateful. Then let's settle this. Take a look at this receipt, everyone. That's the registration fee Samantha used to study music abroad. Wanna know where that money came from? Back then, I was carrying Pearl. At the checkup, the doctor said, I should get an epidural. Arthur, do you remember you said the company was strapped for cash? To save those few grand for the epidural, I was on the delivery table, suffering for 2 days straight. And what did you do? Then you took the money we saved, the money meant for my epidural, and gave it to Samantha for a master class abroad.
Eve, Evelyn,
Sweetheart, you used the money meant for your wife's childbirth to pay for your sweetheart's music lessons?
It's all lies. Evelyn deliberately set me up. This evidence, it's all forged. Just so she could ruin me and take everything I have. Security. Evelyn is trying to steal not only my songs, but also my reputation. I'm just a small singer, defending my idol's honor. What did I do wrong?
Right, with today's editing tech so advanced, who knows what's real?
So who's telling the truth? Too many twists.
Evelyn. Are you telling me the manuscript in your hand wasn't from Julian? You're just a fake who steals others' work. How are you any better than me?
You won't stop until you're caught red-handed.
You're absolutely hopeless. You're the one who stole Evelyn's work, and you dared to play the victim? You're a disgrace to the entire music industry.
Pop King Julian, huh? You and Evelyn are so close. Of course you take her side.
Makes sense.
I'm not dead yet, you know. And someone dares to right here trample on my prize student.
Mr. Harrison! Mr. Harrison! The legendary Mr. Harrison. Hadn't he already retired long ago?
Mr. Harrison, Shadow's mentor. Why would he be here?
Samantha, you just claimed that manuscript is a forgery. Over 20 years ago, Evelyn composed her first song, and I was right there watching it all. On that manuscript, every word, every correction was personally guided by me. This is the original draft backup from back then. It has my personal seal on it. Want to get an expert to verify the date of this seal?
Mr. Harrison,
Everyone, I stake my entire reputation on this. Evelyn is the one who, 30 years ago, amazed the music world as Shadow. For her family, she kept her identity hidden for 30 years, only to be humiliated like this. I came out of retirement today, for no other reason than to seek justice for my student.
Oh my god, it's really that music legend, Shadow.
Hidden for 30 years. How much has she suffered?
Samantha, that thief. How dare she rant in front of the real owner and almost ruin the goddess's comeback. Get out of the music industry.
Mr. Harrison, I'm sorry for worrying you.
Silly child. You've been through so much all these years. I know.
Miss Evelyn, no, Ms. Shadow, please let me bow to you. So not only can you write lyrics and compose music, but you also sing so beautifully. And I didn't even recognize you. I'm so ashamed.
It's truly stunning. I can't imagine that for 30 years you have been surrounded every day by kitchen smoke and grease, busy with all those petty household chores, yet still managed to hold on to your original passion for music. I admire you.
Samantha, you lost.
Samantha, who's that?
Me. I am. Law enforcement. There must be some mistake. I'm the victim. It's that Evelyn. She plagiarized.
Samantha, we've received a report that you are suspected of illegally appropriating others' intellectual property, commercial fraud, and most importantly, intentional injury. Please come with us.
Let go of me. I'm being framed. Arthur, save me.
How did this happen?
Let go of me. I was framed.
What's going on? I'm just a judge. I don't know anything.
Rigging the system, disrupting market order, we'll investigate all of it.
I'm done. It's all over.
What do you think you're doing? I was just expressing my personal opinion. I have freedom of speech.
You're under suspicion for disturbance and malicious defamation. Take them all away.
About time. These little crooks taking bribes. They should have been locked up ages ago.
Justice may be delayed, but it never fails to arrive.
Julian, I'm tired.
Evelyn, go get some rest backstage.
Mom, you really kept us in the dark for so long. So you're Shadow. I knew it. How could my mom possibly just be an ordinary housewife?
You earlier didn't say that.
That's because Samantha tricked me.
Yeah, Evelyn, one concert of yours must rake in tens of millions, right? Our company is saved. Arthur, your little scheme is about to blow up in my face.
You stopped me. Just to talk about money?
Mom? Don't be mad. Anyway, your future property, won't it all get split between me and Pearl?
Miles, I'm telling you. All my performance income, royalties after I pass away, will be donated entirely to impoverished mountain girls who can't go to school.
Mom, are you crazy? That's an astronomical amount.
I'm not crazy. You don't deserve this money.
Evelyn, don't go yet. Tell me, you and Julian, what exactly is your relationship? Arthur, watch your mouth.
Arthur? Is this the only thing you care about now?
Shouldn't I be concerned? You hid your identity for 30 years, and now that you're back, you're always with this sweetheart, glued together. Everyone in the world sees me as a cuckold. Did you hook up with him a long time ago?
Arthur, you're truly pathetic. In your world, besides power and that sleazy possessiveness, there's nothing else.
Answer me, did you betray me?
For 30 years, I've had a clear conscience toward you. Now, I don't need to explain anything to you.
You...
Mr. Sterling, Evelyn has never betrayed you. For 30 years, for the sake of that so-called family of yours, she cut off almost all ties in the industry. We haven't seen each other in 30 years. She gave everything to you, gave it to that ungrateful family. You'll never understand what a wonderful woman you pushed away.
This song is for the Evelyn I used to be. And for all of you out there who, for family and for love, willingly folded your wings, mothers.
The goddess sang so beautifully. We need to be strong and love ourselves to earn respect.
Evelyn, you've suffered so much with me. When I make money, I'll buy you the biggest house, hire the best maid, so you can enjoy a life of luxury and do nothing all day.
I'm not afraid of hardship. As long as we're together as a family, as long as you have me in your heart, I'll be happy.
If I, Arthur, ever wrong Evelyn, let me lose everything.
Evelyn, I was wrong. Evelyn, I was wrong. Can we get remarried? I'll give you all my company shares. Evelyn, I was wrong. I was truly wrong. Let's get remarried. I'll give you the whole company.
Arthur, it's too late.
Evelyn, congratulations, you win.
I didn't win against them. I found myself.
Evelyn, let me take you home to rest. Chloe, aren't you coming back next week?
Julian, surprise. I've already landed. I'm at Terminal 3. Come pick me up, or I'll spend the night at the airport.
You girl. Okay, wait there. I'll be right there.
It's your sister Chloe.
That girl, she's been spoiled growing up abroad. She's scatterbrained. Evelyn, let me take you home first, then I'll go get her.
Since she's your own sister and just returned from abroad, she must be homesick. Eating out is too impersonal. How about I go to your place and cook a few dishes myself? At home, we can welcome her together.
Evelyn, you just finished a concert. You must be exhausted.
Julian, you've done so much for me. I also want to do something for your family. I also want to see the sister you always talk about and what kind of girl she is.
Okay, then I'll leave it to you.
Julian, I missed you so much.
You haven't changed a bit. 3 years abroad, you must have caused plenty of trouble.
Julian, I heard that for a woman named Evelyn, you even canceled your tour. Is that true? I have to help you check her out.
Chloe, don't be silly. She's at home right now waiting to welcome you. Be polite when you meet her.
She's at home? And she can cook? Julian, women these days have many tricks. Don't be fooled by that good wife and loving mother act.
Chloe's back. Wash up and eat. I heard from Julian that you love sweet and sour fish.
Julian, is she the one you like? Are you kidding me? Julian, is she the one you like? Are you kidding me?
Chloe, that's rude.
Julian, you mean this woman in an apron reeking of cooking oil who looks about the same age as my old lady is the peerless shadow?
Chloe, if it's because of the way I am now.
Don't call me Chloe. I've done my research. Your name is Evelyn. You're a divorced housewife, and you have 2 leech-like children. My brother is a pop king. His life should be brilliant and dazzling, not dragged down by a divorced old woman like you.
Chloe, shut up!
Julian, she must have tricked you.
Chloe, don't you love listening to the songs written by Shadow? Shadow is Evelyn's pseudonym?
How is that possible? How could my goddess be a mere old lady who only cooks?
Chloe, it seems your admiration for Shadow only goes as far as that perfect album cover.
At least the person on the cover wouldn't haggle over a few bucks at the market. You're not good enough for my brother, and you tarnish my idol.
Evelyn, I'm sorry I spoiled her rotten.
Actually, she's right. In the eyes of the world, Evelyn and Shadow are indeed 2 different people.
Evelyn, don't say that.
Julian, look at these hands. For 30 years, what they've held most often are dish soap and mops, not microphones.
Evelyn, in my eyes, these hands are more precious than any pianist's.
Julian, you're in your prime. You're the pop king. And as for me, what will people say? They'll say you're crazy for being with a 50-year-old divorced woman. Julian, I don't want you to become a laughingstock.
Evelyn, listen to me. It's not that you're not good enough for me. It's that I, Julian, waited 30 years to finally be worthy to stand by your side. I will throw you the grandest celebration banquet in the entire industry. I'll invite all the record label bosses and music critics, and I will announce publicly that you are not only Shadow, but also my, Julian's, one true love in this life. I want the whole world to know that the name Evelyn deserves to be remembered more than Shadow.
Wouldn't that be too high profile? I'm not ready yet.
You don't need to prepare. Just dress up nicely. Leave the rest to me. Evelyn, go try it.
Julian, this dress is way too expensive. I just peeked at the tag. So many zeros that could have bought groceries for the Sterlings for 3 whole years.
That was the past. From now on, you deserve the world's most expensive things.
Maybe not. It's been so many years since I wore something like this. Even the prettiest dress can't hide these rough hands.
Those are medals, proof that through all the hardship, you held the family together. Don't worry, Evelyn. At the party, just hold my arm. That's it.
Ms. Evelyn, no, I should call you Ms. Shadow. Your song Later was incredible. A comeback straight to the top.
Here's to you. Oh, you're too kind. I've neglected my voice for half my life. I'll be asking all of you for your guidance from now on.
Everyone, Evelyn just finished performing. Her voice needs rest. Let me drink this for her.
Julian, you sure look out for her, huh? But Ms. Shadow, today, all the record label bosses and music critics are all here. If you don't use that amazing, unbeatable, raspy voice to sing us a song today, us old folks are going to stay right here in the banquet hall and not budge.
Cut me some slack. I'm Evelyn's husband. I need to see her urgently. I'm from Sterling Group. Arthur Sterling. Sterling Group?
It went bankrupt long ago. As for Ms. Evelyn, do you know who she is now? She's the pop queen of the music scene, and Julian's fiancé. And look at you, like a beggar. Get out of here.
Evelyn! Evelyn!
Evelyn, save me. Save the Sterling family.
Arthur, how did you get in?
No, I can't live without you. I only now realize how important you are to me.
What's the use of saying this now? We're nothing to each other anymore.
I know it's meaningless, but I truly regret it. Evelyn, I dreamt of you in the kitchen cooking porridge for me. I dreamt of you running around borrowing money to pay my medical bills. I'm sorry, Evelyn. I truly regret it.
She sure knows how to play the game, stringing my brother along while messing around with her ex. I absolutely cannot let my brother be ruined by this scheming woman.
What's the use of saying this now? Let go.
I won't. Evelyn, you still have feelings for me, don't you? Those 30 years weren't fake. You loved me for half your life. You can't just forget it all.
Arthur, what trick are you pulling now? Let her go.
This is between Evelyn and me. None of your business. Do you think you've won? Do you think you have her now? Julian, you're way too naive. Do you know for 30 years how much she loved me? She gave up her career for me. She gave up her identity as Shadow. Without regret. Would she go that far for you? She only has me in her heart. All the deep love of her life she gave to me, Arthur. What have you got that I don't?
Arthur, since you know she loves you so much, since you know she gave you her whole life, why could you bear to let her stay in the kitchen for 30 years? Why could you bear to let Samantha break her heart? You know how much she loves you, yet you use that love as a weapon to trample on her. You don't even deserve to say the word love. You're a total jerk.
Arthur. You're right. I did love you before.
Evelyn, I knew it. You still have feelings for me.
But that was because I thought you deserved it. Now I see clearly. Every detail you boast about reminds me how stupid I was. Julian, let's go.
Ms. Evelyn, that little scene just now must have felt good to play out, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Arthur was on his knees begging you, and you didn't even give him a glance. Julian, look, this is your kind-hearted Evelyn. She deliberately let her ex-husband in, deliberately let him see her current glory, just to make him miserable, right?
Chloe, didn't you see how Arthur treated her before?
Julian, the scariest woman isn't the one who throws a tantrum, but one like her, without batting an eye, can drive men crazy, make them kneel, make them lose everything.
Chloe, do you think I'm enjoying this? When someone who shared a bed with me for 30 years kneels in front of me like a dog, I only feel sad. I never thought about making him miserable. I just want him to never show up in front of me again. If this clarity is called scheming in your eyes, then I admit I am indeed very scheming. Because I will never again give anyone the chance to hurt me.
Chloe, I've said it clearly enough. Evelyn's past, good or bad, is part of her life. You have no right to judge her, and certainly no right to talk about her like this.
Julian, you're hopeless. You've been completely taken in by her poor little me act. A woman like her, scraping by at the bottom for 30 years, she's seen it all. That retreat to advance move is designed for people like you, who value loyalty and love. Just you wait. She'll make you pay big time. When that happens, don't come crying to me.
Chloe, I've spoiled you rotten. Until you learn how to respect your elders, don't show up in front of Evelyn again.
Fine. You're choosing an outsider and kicking me out? Julian, mark my words, you'll regret this.
Julian? Actually, Chloe isn't entirely wrong. Someone like me will indeed bring you a lot of trouble. I don't want to cause a rift between you and your sister.
Evelyn, she just spoiled. She can't tell right from wrong. You've never been my trouble. It's that I can't openly protect you. Come on. It's too stuffy in here. Let's go somewhere.
Actually, just now in the banquet hall, when he knelt down, I felt a moment of weakness.
That shows you're still the same kind-hearted Evelyn. After 30 years of marriage, if there wasn't even a second of hesitation, none at all, then you wouldn't be the Evelyn I know.
But just that 1 second. After that second, what I saw was the calculation in his eyes. His selfishness in still wanting to drag me back into that mire. Julian, thank you. If you hadn't shown up when you did, if I hadn't had your support, I might have fallen back into the same old rut. Once again, because of that cheap sense of guilt, I would have ruined myself.
Evelyn. These 30 years I've watched you suffer, watched you, for that unworthy family, fold your wings, and I could only stand far away, helpless. That pain I never want to experience again. Now you're finally free. Can you give me a chance? Let me spend the rest of my life with you.
Julian, don't. I am a divorced woman. I have 2 grown-up children. My life is already a complete ruin. And you're still at your peak. I'm afraid I can't give you the happiness you deserve. Instead, I'll be a stain on your career, a burden for the rest of your life.
Burden? Evelyn, listen carefully. Julian, I've seen countless beautiful faces, but I don't need any of them.
But what about the world's judgment? What about your fans? What will they think of you?
I don't care. I don't care. If this world can't tolerate true love, then I don't want to be part of this music scene. Trust me just once, okay? I've waited 30 years not to get a cowardly answer. I swear. I will never let you down. I'll give everything I have to heal the wounds you've suffered. Evelyn. I bought this ring a long time ago, so long that I thought I'd never have a chance to give it to you. I want to ask you, Ms. Evelyn, will you marry me and let me legally protect you for the rest of your life?
Okay, I promise you. Julian, I do.
Julian, you're really crazy. You're actually going to marry this woman? For a divorced woman, you're even willing to ruin your reputation. Since my brother is so stubborn, I'll take matters into my own hands. I'll slowly tear off that hypocritical mask of yours. Let everyone see what kind of person you really are. I will never let a woman like you destroy the Hayes family. Julian, Evelyn, I hope I'm not interrupting.
Chloe, what did you call me?
Evelyn, come try this. I waited in line for 3 hours to get this cheesecake.
That's a first. You've changed, girl.
Oh, I've come around. I was immature before. Evelyn, don't hold it against me.
Chloe, don't say that. We're family.
I've thought it through. Since Julian is so persistent, and that day on the rooftop, seeing you two so happy, I can't always be the villain, can I? Since you're about to get engaged to my brother, you need to gradually fit into our circle.
Chloe, have you really come around?
Oh, Julian, do you really think I'm that unreasonable? I'm also doing this for the Hayes family's reputation. Evelyn, tomorrow night I'm at the Grand Plaza Hotel having a class reunion. They're all friends from my study abroad days, who I did my master's with. They heard my brother found an amazing woman, and they're all dying to meet you.
Chloe, now it's a party for young people like you, so I don't think it's appropriate for me to go. Chloe, it's a party for you young people. It's not really my scene. I don't have much in common with them.
Evelyn, if you're tired, don't push yourself.
Julian, don't worry. They're all my good friends, my besties. Everyone just wants to hear Evelyn sing a song. Evelyn, you're the famous gold medal composer. If you come, I'll look so good.
All right, but my voice isn't fully recovered yet. I'm afraid I won't sound good.
Don't worry. The hotel's sound system is top-notch. I'll personally tune it for you. It's settled then. I'm off now.
Chloe, did you really invite that nanny? Your brother's wife? A place like this? Can she even get in?
Why wouldn't I? Without her, how would everyone know how ridiculous my brother's taste is? Just go along with me later. Build her up high. So when she falls, it'll hurt more.
I heard she's going to sing too. A 50-year-old old woman singing love songs. Just thinking about it gives me chills.
Ha ha ha. She's here, she's here. Everyone, this is my sister-in-law, Evelyn. She's the music industry's gold medal composer, Shadow. Let's give her a round of applause.
Oh, so this is Ms. Shadow. She looks so kind. She must have slaved away at home.
Evelyn, ignore them. They're just jealous. Come on, sing a song for everyone, your signature song. Show them what real talent is.
My voice is still recovering. I can't hit the high notes, but since everyone wants to hear, this piano needs tuning. It's half a note off. The G key on this piano is stuck, just like your brother's guitar from when he was 15. Chloe, I know why you invited me. I know what you're up to.
Because you can cook, play the piano, and play the victim.
Because I get him.
Evelyn, you're not good enough for Julian.
Chloe, you think I'm beneath you? Because in your whole life, you've never earned a single penny with your own hands. That superiority you're so proud of, it's just you leeching off the Hayes family's name.
Shut up! You're a remarried old woman. Who do you think you are to lecture me? What right do you have?
I'm lecturing you because you're gonna be my future sister-in-law. For an elder to teach a kid about life is perfectly natural. Dignity isn't given, it's earned. If you think being born with a silver spoon gives you the right to insult others freely, then the Hayes family's upbringing has been completely wasted on you. Tonight, you guys enjoy your drinks. I'm not interested in playing house with a bunch of kids who are still wet behind the ears.
What are you looking at? What's so funny? All she does is spout a few cliches?
Chloe, you're drunk. Let's go home.
Go where? Back to the home she's taken over? Julian is completely obsessed with her. I'm his real sister.
Fine, I'll stay with you. Let's drink till we pass out tonight.
What right do you have to lecture me? Julian is mine.
Who the hell do you think you are? Hey, you look drunk. Need a ride?
Get away, don't touch me. Do you know who I am? I'm from the Hayes family, stay away.
No, don't worry. We're just passing by. Saw you were drunk, alone, not safe. Thought you might need a hand.
Stay back, let me go.
Stop, who the hell are you?
I was just worried she might be in trouble. Are you family?
I'm her sister-in-law, thanks. Chloe, wake up. I'm taking you home. Have some water. Just calm down. You're safe now.
Why'd you save me? I just treated you so badly in the private room. If you had let them take me, wouldn't it be the perfect revenge?
Chloe? That guy was just being kind. And yes, I was angry with you, but I also know you're Julian's only sister. If something had happened to you tonight, your brother would be the one in the most pain. I love him so I could never stand by and watch you fall into that abyss.
Don't play the good guy. You just want me to be grateful to you so my brother will dislike me even more.
I don't need your thanks. Chloe, you've always thought that I'm after the Hayes family money or that I'm trying to cling to your brother's status. But let me tell you, I can take care of myself. I can live with dignity.
I married your brother because he understands me, and that's all. But ever since you came along, my brother's eyes are only on you. He used to love me the most. No matter what mistake I made, he would always forgive me. Now for you, he's even willing to cut ties with me. I'm just afraid, scared that he doesn't want me anymore.
Silly girl, he's your brother. You two share the same blood. No one in this world can ever replace the place you have in his heart. I didn't come into the Hayes family to take your brother away. I came to be with Julian and give you even more family love.
Do you really mean that? You won't hate me after everything bad I've done?
Why would an elder hold a grudge against a child? What happened tonight is over. From now on, we're family.
Evelyn, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. Evelyn, I bought this with my own saved-up allowance. It's not expensive, but I want to give it to you. I hope you'll use this pen to write more beautiful songs. You are Shadow, but you're also Evelyn.
Thank you, Chloe. Take care of yourself abroad. Call if you miss home.
I will, Evelyn. Julian, I'm trusting you with Evelyn. If you ever make her feel the slightest upset, I'll be back and you'll hear from me.
Got it, little manager. Now go on in.
Evelyn, when I come back, I want to attend your wedding. I'll be the bridesmaid.
Evelyn, look, everything's turning out fine.
Yeah. I used to think 50 was the end of the road. Now I realize, as long as there's light in your heart, anytime can be a new beginning.
Let's go home. Your new album, the fans can't wait for it.